Good morning, my dear friend. As the sun begins to rise, casting its golden light over the world, a new day is born. The morning air feels crisp and pure, as if the earth itself is waking from a deep slumber. In this sacred moment, when the world is still and the first rays of light break through the darkness, we stand on the threshold of a new beginning. This is the moment that belongs to God, when His presence is especially near, and our hearts are open to receive His grace. Imagine, for a moment, a person who wakes up to face the struggles of life. Perhaps it is you. Perhaps it is someone you know, someone burdened by fear, by loss, or by grief. They feel the weight of their circumstances, a weight so heavy that it feels like they are drowning in sorrow. They have tried to stand tall, but are now stumbling, their strength fading with each passing day. The pain of disappointment, the ache of unspoken prayers, and the unyielding fear of tomorrow weigh on their heart. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever found yourself at the mercy of life's storms, not knowing where to turn, feeling alone in the darkness? We all have moments like this, moments when the noise of the world drowns out the quiet voice of hope. But today, my dear friend, is different. Today, we step away from the noise, and we step into the presence of God. This prayer is not just words that we speak. It is a journey of the heart, a conversation with the Creator of the universe. As you listen, open your heart and allow the words to wash over you. Let them speak to the very depths of your soul. Let them remind you of God's unshakable promises, His love that never fails, and His faithfulness that remains constant. No matter what circumstances you face, faith is powerful. It is the bridge between what we can see and what we cannot. It connects us to the divine, even when we feel lost, afraid, or weak. Prayer is our direct line to the one who holds our lives in His hands. And when we come to Him in prayer, with faith in our hearts, we invite His peace, His comfort, and His power to move in our lives. In the midst of your trials, know this: God sees you, He hears you, and He is with you every step of the way. This moment, this prayer, is your invitation to let go of the burdens you carry and rest in the presence of the Almighty. It is an invitation to surrender your pain, your fears, and your doubts to Him, knowing that He will carry them for you. So, my dear friend, I invite you now to step into this sacred space with God. Let us open our hearts together, ready to receive His love and His guidance. Let us take this journey of faith and prayer, knowing that with every step, we are not alone. God walks with us, and His peace, His hope, and His healing power are just a prayer away. Now, with a heart open to Him, let us begin this sacred conversation. Dear Heavenly Father, as I stand at the threshold of this new day, I come before you with a heart full of gratitude, yet burdened with the weight of my own struggles. The dawn has broken, and I am here, awake in your presence, seeking the peace that only you can give. The morning light pours into my life, and yet I still feel the shadows of uncertainty lingering in my heart. There are days when I wake up feeling overwhelmed, when the weight of the world seems too much to carry. I carry the burdens of yesterday, the pain of unspoken words, the fear of the unknown future. I lay these heavy burdens before you now. Father, because I know you see me. I know you understand the deepest struggles of my heart. You know the fears that keep me up at night, the doubts that cloud my mind, the wounds that remain unhealed. I do not need to explain them, for you already know them, but I bring them to you, asking for your healing touch. Lord, there are moments when I feel lost. I look at the world around me, and it seems like everything is in turmoil. People are struggling, and the weight of their pain is a mirror to my own. It feels as though everything I have worked for is slipping away. Like the ground beneath me is shaking, I try to stand firm. But sometimes I feel as though I am drowning. It is in these moments, Father, that I reach out to you. I ask for your help. I ask for your strength. I do not always know what to pray, but I know that I need you. I need you to guide my steps, to carry me through the storms that threaten to overwhelm me. I need your comfort, your peace, and your presence. I need to feel your arms around me, lifting me when I am too weak to stand on my own. Father, I know that you are close to the broken-hearted, and that you heal the wounds that cannot be seen. I trust that you will bring healing to the deep places of my soul. Today, Lord, I choose to surrender. I surrender my worries, my fears, my anxieties, and my pain. I place them all at your feet. I choose to trust that you are in control, even when everything seems uncertain. I know that you hold my life in your hands, and that nothing can separate me from your love. Even in the midst of my struggles, I can trust that you are faithful. You have always been faithful, and you always will be. I confess, Lord, that sometimes I forget to see your goodness. I focus so much on what is missing in my life that I forget to recognize the blessings you have already given me. I am sorry for the times I have been ungrateful, for the moments when I have complained instead of giving thanks. Today, I choose to see with new eyes. I choose to see the evidence of your faithfulness in my life, even in the small things. I choose to give thanks for what I have, rather than lamenting what I do not. You are good, Father, and your goodness never changes. Even when life feels hard, I know that you are there, holding me in the palm of your hand. I trust that you are working all things for my good, even when I cannot see it. I trust that you are with me in every moment, guiding me, protecting me, and strengthening me as I step into this new day. Father, I ask for your presence to go with me. I ask that you fill my heart with your peace, that you guide my thoughts and my actions, and that you help me to walk in your light. I ask that you help me to be patient with myself, to give myself grace as I grow in my faith and trust in you. Help me to see others as you see them, with compassion and love. Help me to extend forgiveness where it is needed, and to show kindness even in the midst of difficulty. Father, I do not know what today holds, but I know that you are already there, waiting for me. I trust that you will provide for me, that you will give me the strength I need to face whatever comes my way, whether the day brings joy or challenges. I choose to walk through it with you. I choose to rely on your strength, your wisdom, and your love. I give you my heart today. Father, I give you my fears and my hopes. I give you my failures and my successes. I give you my life. I trust that you will use it for your glory, no matter how imperfect it may seem. Thank you for being with me, for holding me in your arms, and for never letting me go. Today, Lord, I choose to surrender again. I surrender my heart to you, and I ask for your help in this journey of faith. I trust that you will be with me every step of the way, guiding me, loving me, and reminding me that I am never alone. In this moment of quiet, as I prepare to step into the day ahead, I pause to rest in your presence. Thank you for this new day, for this new opportunity to live for you. I trust that, with you by my side, I can face anything that comes my way. May your peace fill my heart and guide my steps today. Father, as I continue this conversation with you, I feel the weight of my thoughts pressing deeper into my heart. Yesterday's struggles, today's worries, and the unknowns of tomorrow are overwhelming. Each step I take feels heavier than the last. I thought I could handle it all, but now I see that I need you more than ever. There is a deep ache within me, one that I cannot ignore. The pain I carry feels both familiar and fresh, as though it never really leaves, just lingers beneath the surface, waiting to resurface when I least expect it. I stand before you now, Father, not as someone who has it all together, but as someone desperately in need of your grace. My heart is restless, and my mind is in turmoil. I feel like I am drowning in thoughts that I cannot control, in worries that I cannot solve. There are moments when I can barely breathe because of the weight of my fears, fear of failure, fear of being misunderstood, fear of what lies ahead. I am holding on to so many things, my insecurities, my anxieties, my past mistakes, and I feel like I am suffocating under their weight. But even in this moment of overwhelming emotion, I know that I do not have to carry it all on my own. You are here, and you are not distant. You are right beside me, and your love surrounds me. I do not have to pretend to have everything under control. I do not have to hide my pain, my fears, or my brokenness. I bring them all to you now, asking for your help. I ask for the strength to let go, the courage to trust you in the midst of my storm. Father, I know that you understand my heart. You know the deepest parts of me, the places that no one else can see. You see the parts I try to keep hidden from the world. You know the pain I carry that I can seem to let go of. I bring it all before you now, and I surrender it. I surrender my fears, my insecurities, and my doubts. I surrender my frustration and my tears. I lay them at your feet and ask you to take them, to carry them for me. I ask you to heal the parts of me that are broken, to restore the areas in my heart that are bruised. Lord, I feel the burden of not being enough, not enough for others, not enough for myself, and certainly not enough to meet the expectations I set for my own life. I feel the weight of self-doubt creeping in, questioning my worth, my purpose, my ability to move forward. But even in these moments of weakness, I remember that you see me differently. You do not see my failures or my flaws the way I do. You see me as your beloved child, created with purpose, loved unconditionally, and fully capable of stepping into the future you have planned for me. Help me, Lord, to stop looking at myself through the lens of failure and fear. Help me to stop comparing myself to others and seeing myself as lacking. Help me to look at myself through your eyes, to see the beauty you have placed within me, and to embrace the person you created me to be. Remind me that my value does not come from what I do or how others see me, but from the fact that I am your child, loved beyond measure. I do not always understand why things happen the way they do. Father, I do not always understand the pain or the struggles I face. Sometimes it feels as though the weight of the world is too much to bear, and I can see how any good can come from it. But I know that you are bigger than my doubts, my fears, and my pain. I know that you are working all things together for my good, even when I do not see it, even when I can feel it. I trust in your promises, and I trust that you are faithful to carry me through every storm. Lord, I ask for your peace to fill me now. I ask that you quiet my restless heart and calm my anxious thoughts. Remind me that I do not have to figure it all out on my own. I do not have to have all the answers or all the solutions. I simply need to trust you, to rest in your love, and to believe that you are with me in every moment. I also ask, Father, for the strength to be kind to myself. So often, I am my own harshest critic, condemning myself for every mistake and failure. But today, I choose to stop. I choose to stop berating myself and to offer myself grace. The same grace you offer me. I choose to stop striving for perfection and to embrace my imperfection, knowing that you love me just as I am. Father, I want to walk in freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from self-doubt, freedom from the lies that tell me I am not enough. I want to walk in the fullness of the life you have given me, with my head held high, my heart open, and my hands ready to serve you. I know that this freedom comes only from you, and I ask you to help me release the things that bind me, so I can step into the life you have called me to live. I know that this journey is not easy, and there will be days when I stumble and fall. But I also know that you are with me every step of the way. You will never leave me or forsake me. Your love will always be a constant source of strength, and your presence will always be a safe refuge for my soul. So today, Lord, I choose to take a step forward. I choose to believe in your goodness, even when I can see it. I choose to trust in your plan for my life, even when it feels uncertain. I choose to stand on the truth that you are in control, and that you are working everything for my good, and in doing so, I choose to find peace in your presence. Thank you, Father, for being with me. Thank you for holding me in your arms when I feel lost and alone. Thank you for never giving up on me, even when I doubt myself. I give you my heart today, Lord, and I trust you to lead me through whatever comes. May your peace fill my heart, your love fill my soul, and your strength carry me through this day. I am yours, Father. Father, as I continue in this moment with you, my heart is beginning to feel lighter. The burden I carried just a moment ago seems a little more bearable now, and I find myself breathing a little deeper. The weight is still there, but there is a shift within me, a gentle reminder that you are near. It is as though you have whispered to me, reminding me that I do not have to carry it alone. I do not have to carry the past with me any longer, and I do not have to let my fears define me. Lord, even though the road ahead is still uncertain, I am beginning to realize something so simple, yet so profound. You are with me. You are with me in the quiet moments, and you are with me in the chaos. Your presence surrounds me, filling every space, every corner of my heart, even in the places I try to hide. I do not need to have all the answers today. I do not need to have it all figured out. What I need is to trust you, to trust that you are walking beside me, even when I can't see the way. You see, Father, for so long, I have been looking for answers in the wrong places. I have been searching for peace in circumstances that cannot provide it. I have tried to find stability in a world that is constantly shifting. But now, in the stillness of this moment, I recognize that the peace I seek is found only in you. It is not found in the absence of trouble, but in your presence, which remains steadfast. Even when everything else feels uncertain, I know that you have already equipped me with everything I need to face today. You have placed within me your strength, your courage, and your wisdom. I do not have to rely on my own strength, which is fleeting. I do not have to depend on my own understanding, which is limited. I can rest in the knowledge that you, the creator of the universe, are holding me steady, guiding my steps, and whispering words of comfort when I need them most. Father, I confess that sometimes I am afraid to trust. Sometimes I want to control everything, to make sure that everything goes according to my plan. But I know that this is not the way to live. I know that your plans are far greater than mine, and that you see the bigger picture. Help me to let go of my need to control, and to trust that you will lead me in the direction that is best for me. Help me to surrender my fears, my doubts, and my need for perfection. Help me to rest in your perfect plan, trusting that you are leading me in the right direction, even when I do not understand it fully. In this moment, Lord, I give you permission to work in my heart. I invite you to change the way I think, the way I feel, and the way I respond to the challenges that come my way. I open myself to your transforming power. I do not want to stay stuck in the same patterns of fear and doubt. I want to move forward in faith, in trust, and in confidence, knowing that you are leading me every step of the way. I also ask, Lord, that you help me to recognize your presence in my everyday life. Help me to see your hand in the little things, those moments of peace, those moments of joy, those quiet whispers of encouragement that I often overlook. Open my eyes to see that you are with me in the mundane, as much as in the extraordinary. Your presence is not confined to church buildings or special moments of prayer. It is with me always, even in the small, ordinary tasks of life. Help me to walk in this awareness today, knowing that you are always near, ready to guide me, comfort me, and empower me. Father, I know that there will be times when the road ahead feels hard to walk. There will be moments when I want to give up, when the weight of the world feels too heavy. But I also know that in those moments, you are right there with me. You have promised that when I go through the waters, you will be with me. When I walk through the fire, you will be there, walking beside me, keeping me safe. I can trust in your promises. Father, because you are faithful, I can trust that no matter what I face, you will provide everything I need to get through it. I ask you, Lord, to help me in my moments of doubt, when I feel unsure, when I question my path, when I wonder if I am doing enough. Remind me that you are with me. You are the one who strengthens me when I feel weak. You are the one who gives me peace when I am anxious. You are the one who holds my hand when I am afraid. I do not have to walk this journey alone. You are my strength, my guide, and my refuge. Lord, today I choose to trust you. I choose to walk by faith, not by sight. I choose to believe that you are good, even when things do not make sense. I choose to believe that you are with me, even when I do not feel your presence. I choose to surrender my fears and doubts to you, and I choose to rest in the knowledge that you are in control. Thank you, Father, for being with me today. Thank you for walking beside me, for holding me when I am weak, and for guiding me when I am unsure. Thank you for your love, which never fails, and for your faithfulness, which endures forever. I trust you, Lord, and I place my heart in your hands. May your presence be my peace today. Father, as I continue this journey of surrender and trust, I find myself reflecting on how much you have already done in my life. There are moments when the storm feels overwhelming, when the uncertainty of tomorrow looms large. But in the midst of it all, I can't help but see the many blessings you have already given me. It is easy to get lost in the worries and the what-ifs. But today, I want to pause and focus on what you have already done. You have been faithful to me, even in times when I failed to see your hand at work. You have carried me through days I thought would break me. You have answered prayers I did not even know I needed, and you have provided for me in ways I never imagined. There is so much to be thankful for. Father, even in the midst of my struggles, I want to lift my heart to you in gratitude today, not just for what I hope to receive, but for what you have already provided. It is so easy to focus on what we lack, to fixate on what is missing, to dwell on what we have yet to achieve. But when I stop and look around, I realize that I am already rich in blessings. The breath in my lungs, the strength in my body, the love of those around me, these are gifts from you. Gifts that I too often take for granted in the quiet moments. When my heart is still enough to listen, I hear your voice reminding me that I already have so much to be thankful for. Lord, thank you for the love that surrounds me. I thank you for my family and friends, for their presence in my life, and for the moments of joy and connection we share. I thank you for the relationships that have lifted me up, for the people who have walked me through both the easy days and the difficult ones, even when I feel alone. I can remember that you have surrounded me with love. I am never truly alone, because you are always with me, and you have placed people in my life to reflect your love. I thank you for the peace that you have given me, even when the world around me seems chaotic. In those moments when everything feels like it is falling apart, you are the steady presence that keeps me grounded. You are my refuge, my safe place. And even when my heart is troubled, I know that you are the source of my peace. I thank you for reminding me that no matter how stormy life becomes, your peace is available to me, and all I need to do is turn to you. I thank you for the strength you provide, even when I feel weak. There are days when I do not think I can go on, when I feel drained and empty, but you always fill me up again. You renew my strength when I feel like I can take another step, and you equip me with the courage to face each day, no matter how daunting it may seem. You are the source of my resilience, Father, and I am so grateful for your unwavering strength. I thank you for the lessons you have taught me, even in the hard times. I know that every trial, every challenge has shaped me into the person I am today. Even in my pain, I have learned to trust you more. I have learned to rely on you when I am at my weakest. And I have learned to surrender to your will, even when I do not understand it. Each moment of hardship has drawn me closer to you, and for that, I thank you. Father, help me to never lose sight of the blessings you have already given me. Help me to recognize your hand in every part of my life. From the smallest detail to the grandest blessing, teach me to be grateful not just when things are going well, but even when I face difficulties. Teach me to find joy in the journey, to see your goodness even in the struggles. May my heart always be a heart of gratitude, recognizing that you are the giver of every good and perfect gift. I know that gratitude is more than just a feeling. Father, it is a choice, an act of faith. It is easy to give thanks when life is smooth, but it takes true faith to be thankful in the midst of hardship. Yet, it is in these moments that I can see your faithfulness most clearly. It is in the storm that your presence becomes most real. And it is in the darkest times that your light shines brightest. I want to live with a heart full of thanksgiving, no matter the circumstances. Lord, I pray that you would help me cultivate an attitude of gratitude each day. Help me to see with new eyes, to notice the blessings I may have overlooked, and to remember your goodness even in the hardest of times. Help me to focus on what you have already done rather than what I am still waiting for. I do not want to be so focused on what I lack that I forget to be thankful for what I already have. I also ask, Father, that you would teach me how to express my gratitude, not only in my thoughts, but in my actions. Let my thankfulness be evident in the way I live, in the way I treat others, and in the way I honor you with my life. May my gratitude lead me to serve others, to bless those around me, and to reflect your love in all that I do. Thank you, Lord, for your endless love, for your unshakable faithfulness, and for the countless blessings you have given me. Thank you for being with me, for guiding me, for providing for me, and for holding me close. I am deeply grateful for you, Father, and I will continue to count my blessings every day, trusting that you will always provide what I need. As I step into this new day, I carry your peace in my heart, your love in my soul, and your strength in my spirit. I know that with you by my side, there is nothing that I cannot face. Thank you for being my constant source of hope and joy. May my heart always overflow with gratitude for you. Father, as I reflect on your goodness and the gratitude that fills my heart, I feel a deep sense of peace. But even in the peace, I know that the journey is not always smooth. There are moments when the road ahead seems uncertain, when the path is unclear, and when I feel unsure of what steps to take. Yet, in these very moments, you remind me that I do not have to walk alone. You are with me, guiding each step, steadying my heart, and holding me in your unfailing love. Lord, it is so easy to look at the obstacles in front of me and feel defeated before I even take the first step. There are days when my fears overshadow my faith, when doubt creeps in and tries to take root. In these moments, I remember that you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I do not need to be ruled by my anxieties. I do not need to be defined by my doubts. I can trust in you, knowing that you have already gone before me. Father, I ask for your strength to rise within me. I ask for the courage to face the unknowns of life, knowing that you are my guide, my protector, and my provider. There will be times when I will be uncertain of what comes next, but I know that I can trust you. You have always been faithful, and I know you will continue to be faithful in every moment, every step, and every decision. As I stand in the middle of this journey, I realize that each moment is an opportunity to grow. When I look at my past, I see how far I have come, and I am filled with awe. I know that the person I am today is a result of your guiding hand, your endless mercy, and your unwavering presence. Every lesson, every struggle, every victory, and every failure has shaped me into who I am now. I am not the person I used to be, and it is all because of you, Lord. I know that the road ahead will have its challenges. There will be moments of doubt, moments of struggle, and moments when I will feel weak. But even in those moments, I trust that you will strengthen me. I trust that you will give me the wisdom I need, the courage to move forward, and the peace to rest in your promises. Even when I do not see the way, I trust that you are leading me. Even when I can't understand the path, I trust that you are guiding me with your wisdom and love. Father, I also ask for a heart of patience, patience with myself, patience with others, and patience with your timing. I know that you are working in ways I cannot see. I know that your timing is perfect, even when it does not align with mine. Help me to trust in your timing. Father, help me to wait with expectation and hope, knowing that you are preparing something far greater than I could ever imagine. Lord, I am reminded that the journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about growing along the way. It is about learning to trust you more deeply, learning to surrender my will to yours, and learning to walk by faith, even when the road is unclear. I do not have to have everything figured out. I do not have to know all the answers. All I need to do is trust in you and take the next step. And knowing that you are with me every step of the way, help me to find joy in the journey, Lord. Even when the road feels long, even when the obstacles seem overwhelming, help me to find peace in knowing that you are walking with me. Help me to find joy in the process of becoming the person you have called me to be. Even in the midst of struggles and challenges, may my heart be filled with hope, knowing that you are working everything together for my good. Father, I also pray for the strength to let go of the things that hold me back. The fears, the doubts, the regrets, the bitterness, I surrender them all to you. I know that these things weigh me down, preventing me from moving forward in the freedom you have for me. I ask for your help in releasing them. Father, help me to walk in the freedom of your love, knowing that I am no longer bound by my past, but set free by your grace. Lord, I pray for the courage to step into the future you have for me. The unknowns can be daunting, but I trust that you will give me the strength to face whatever comes. I trust that you will equip me with everything I need to fulfill your purpose for my life. Help me to walk confidently in the direction you are leading me, knowing that you are always by my side, guiding me, protecting me, and providing for me. Thank you, Father, for the strength you have already given me. Thank you for the courage you provide when I am afraid. Thank you for the peace you give when I am anxious. I trust in your plan for my life, and I trust that you will lead me into the future you have prepared for me. I trust that you are working all things together for my good, even when I cannot see it. Lord, I choose to walk forward today with faith, hope, and trust in you. I choose to surrender my fears, my doubts, and my need for control. I choose to trust in your timing, your wisdom, and your love with each step. I will trust you more, and I will walk by faith, not by sight. Thank you, Father, for being with me on this journey. Thank you for the lessons you have taught me, and for the strength you continue to give me. I trust in you completely, and I give you my heart today, knowing that you are my guide and my protector. May I continue to grow in trust and faith, knowing that you are leading me into a future full of hope, peace, and joy. Father, as I sit in the quiet of this moment, I feel a sense of peace that seems almost unfamiliar. The road ahead is still uncertain, but I can sense your presence in the stillness, and I am reminded that you are near, even in the midst of life's most overwhelming moments. You are here, steady and constant. I think back on all that I have been through, all the times when I felt alone and lost. And yet, you were with me. You were there in the storm, even when I could not see it, and you have carried me through every trial, every hardship. But, Lord, today I am reminded that I am still in need of healing, even though I have come so far. There are parts of me that still feel broken. I still carry wounds from the past that have not yet fully healed. I still wrestle with hurts that I have not yet been able to release. It is easy to think that time alone will heal all wounds. But I know that it is your healing touch that I need. Only you, Father, can mend the broken pieces of my heart, restore the parts of me that have been wounded, and make me whole again. Lord, you know the deep places of my soul, the places that I hide from others. You know the memories that still haunt me, the fears that still paralyze me, and the regrets that weigh me down. I do not always know how to let go of these things, and I do not always know how to move forward in healing. But I know that you are the healer of all things, and that nothing is too difficult for you. I ask you to touch these areas of my life that still hurt, and to bring healing where I need it most. Father, I believe that healing is not just about the past, it is about moving forward into the future with new strength, new hope, and new perspective. Healing is not simply the absence of pain, but the presence of your peace. It is not about forgetting the past, but about finding freedom from it. It is about being able to walk in the fullness of your love and grace, without being weighed down by the things that have hurt me. I know that healing is a process, and I am willing to trust you with that process. I am willing to surrender the hurt, the fear, and the pain into your hands, knowing that you will restore me in your perfect timing. Lord, I also recognize that healing requires me to forgive. Forgiveness is often the hardest step to take, especially when the pain runs so deep. There are times when I feel justified in holding on to my hurt, when I feel that my pain deserves to be acknowledged and even repaid. But, Father, I know that forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for me. It is for my heart. I do not want to carry the weight of unforgiveness anymore. I do not want to allow bitterness and resentment to take root in my soul. I want to be free. So, Father, I ask for your strength to forgive. Help me to release the pain, to let go of the bitterness, and to trust you to heal the wounds that I cannot fix on my own. Lord, I know that forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It does not mean that I pretend the hurt never happened, but it means that I choose to let go of the anger and the desire for revenge. And I allow you to take control of the situation. It means that I trust you to work in the other person's life, just as I trust you to work in mine. Forgiveness is an act of faith, and I believe that you will take what was meant for harm and use it for good. I believe that you will heal me as I choose to forgive, and that you will restore the brokenness in my heart as I release it to you. Father, I ask for your healing touch, not just in the areas where I am physically hurting, but in the emotional and spiritual wounds that have been left untended for too long. Heal the wounds that I have hidden deep inside, the ones that I have kept locked away because I did not know how to face them. Heal the shame that still lingers, the guilt that holds me back, and the fear that keeps me from moving forward. I know that I do not have to carry these burdens alone. I know that you are the one who can heal me completely. You are the one who can make me whole again. Lord, I also ask for healing in the areas of my relationships. There are times when hurt has been caused by others, and times when I have caused hurt to others. I pray that you would heal these wounds, Father, and bring restoration where there has been division. Help me to be the person who seeks reconciliation, who speaks words of healing and not hurt, who chooses to build up rather than tear down. I ask that you would guide me in my relationships, helping me to be a source of peace, love, and understanding to those around me. Father, I do not know what the future holds, but I know that you are already there. You are the God who goes before me, and I can trust that you are preparing the way. Even in the midst of uncertainty, I can rest in your perfect plan. I trust that you will continue to heal me, continue to guide me, and continue to work in my life for my good. I trust that the work you began in me, you will be faithful to complete. Lord, I ask for your strength to continue through this process of healing. Help me to have patience with myself as I work through the wounds of my past. Help me to trust in your timing, knowing that you are making all things beautiful in your time. May my heart be open to your healing touch, and may I always remember that you are with me in every step of the journey. Thank you, Father, for your love, your grace, and your healing power. Thank you for never leaving me in my pain, but always being there to heal, restore, and make me whole. I trust you with every part of me, knowing that you are the ultimate healer and that I am safe in your hands. Father, as I continue in your presence, I feel the weight of my heart beginning to lift. There is a quiet peace that accompanies me now, a reminder of your constant faithfulness and unchanging love. And yet, in this moment of reflection, feel a stirring within me, a gentle nudge that calls me to go deeper. There are still places within my heart that need to be healed, but there are also places within me that need to be set free. Lord, I realize that healing is not just about what has been broken in me, but also about what I need to release. As much as I long to move forward, there are moments when I find myself holding on to things that only hinder my progress. I hold on to past hurts, past mistakes, and the bitterness that arises from feeling wronged. There are parts of me that want to forgive, but struggle to let go. The pain from others' actions lingers in my heart. And sometimes, it feels as though holding on to that pain is the only thing that keeps me anchored in what I know. But today, Father, I recognize that holding on to the pain is only keeping me chained to the past. Forgiveness, Lord, is never easy. It is one of the most difficult things I will ever do. There are times when I feel justified in holding on to my anger, when it seems right to keep my distance from those who have hurt me. But in this quiet moment, I know that my heart cannot truly heal until I release the hold that unforgiveness has over me. I do not want to carry this burden anymore. I do not want to let the hurt of others poison my joy or my peace. So, Father, I surrender it to you. I surrender the pain, the anger, the resentment, and the bitterness. I let go of the right to hold it against them, and I give you my heart, asking for the strength to forgive. Lord, I know that forgiveness does not mean that what was done to me is okay. It does not mean that I should forget the hurt or pretend it never happened. But forgiveness is about choosing freedom. It is about allowing myself to walk away from the shackles of resentment and stepping into the light of your grace. I forgive not because the other person deserves it, but because I deserve to live in the peace that only forgiveness can bring. Forgiveness is not for them. Father, it is for me. It is for my heart, my mind, and my soul. I am choosing to release the chains of the past so that I can fully embrace the life you have for me. Help me to forgive. Father, help me to forgive those who have wounded me, those who have misunderstood me, and those who have caused me pain. Help me to release them into your hands, knowing that you are the only one who can truly heal what they have broken. Help me to forgive even when the hurt feels too deep, when the scars seem too fresh, and when the wounds still ache. I know that in forgiving, I am choosing peace. I am choosing to move forward, knowing that you will carry me through the healing process. But forgiveness is not just about others, Lord. It is also about forgiving myself. There are moments when I look back and regret the things I have done, the choices I have made, and the words I have spoken. I feel the weight of guilt and shame for the mistakes I have made, and I struggle to move past them. But, Father, I know that you have already forgiven me. You have already washed away my sins, and you see me through the lens of your grace. So today, I choose to forgive myself. I choose to release the guilt that holds me back from fully embracing your love. I choose to stop living in the past, where I can change the mistakes I have made, and instead move forward into the future you have planned for me. Lord, I ask for your strength to help me walk in forgiveness every day. Help me to remember that forgiveness is not a one-time act, but a choice I must make each day. When the pain resurfaces, when the anger threatens to rise again, help me to choose forgiveness once more. Help me to release the hurt, to let go of the resentment, and to extend grace, even when it is hard. May my heart be filled with the same mercy that you have shown me, and may I always be quick to forgive, as you have forgiven me. Father, I also recognize that forgiveness is a process. It is not something that happens instantly, and it is not something that happens all at once. There will be times when I feel like I am taking one step forward and 2 steps back. But I trust that you are with me in the process. I trust that you are working in my heart, healing me, and transforming me into the person you want me to be. I trust that, as I choose to forgive, I am becoming more like you, more loving, more compassionate, more full of grace. Help me, Lord, to see others the way you see them. Help me to recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles, that everyone has their own pain and struggles. Just as I need your grace, they need it too. Help me to extend the same compassion to others that you have shown me. Help me to love them with the same unconditional love that you have poured into my heart. And when I find myself struggling with forgiveness again, Father, remind me of the forgiveness you have shown me. Remind me of the times when I have failed, when I have fallen short, and when I have hurt others. Yet, you forgave me. You wiped my slate clean, and you gave me a fresh start. May your example of forgiveness be the strength I need to forgive others. Thank you, Lord, for your mercy and grace. Thank you for being the ultimate example of forgiveness. Thank you for loving me enough to forgive me, and for empowering me to forgive others. I am forever grateful for the freedom that forgiveness brings, and I am choosing today to walk in that freedom, knowing that you are with me every step of the way. Father, as I continue this journey of healing and forgiveness, I ask for your guidance and your peace. Help me to move forward with a heart full of your love, knowing that you are always by my side, and that nothing can separate me from your grace. May I always walk in forgiveness, and may your love be the driving force in my life. Father, as I sit in this quiet moment, still reflecting on all that you are doing within me, I can feel the weight of my heart lighten further. Forgiveness, Lord, is such a powerful act, and with every step I take, I feel my spirit being freed from the chains that once held me. But even as I continue on this journey of healing, I recognize that there are moments when I must still confront the fear that has a tendency to creep into my thoughts. The fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, and even the fear of trusting fully in your plan. Lord, I realize that fear has often held me back in life. It has kept me from stepping out in faith, from pursuing dreams, and from trusting you more deeply. It has made me second-guess myself, doubt my ability, and retreat from situations that I knew could bring growth. But today, Father, I choose to bring my fears before you. I choose to lay them at your feet and acknowledge that I do not want to live in fear anymore. I do not want to let fear control my choices, my actions, or my heart. Father, I know that fear is a natural response to the unknown, but I also know that you have not given me a spirit of fear. Your word tells me that you give me power, love, and a sound mind. So today, I ask you to fill me with the courage that comes from trusting in your faithfulness. Help me to step boldly into the future, knowing that you are already there, preparing the way for me. I do not need to be afraid, because you are by my side, and you are the one who holds the future in your hands. Lord, I acknowledge that the fear I feel sometimes is not just about what is ahead of me, but also about the possibility of failure. There are times when I feel paralyzed by the thought of not being good enough, of not measuring up to the expectations I have set for myself, or those that I feel others have for me. It is easy to become overwhelmed by these thoughts, to shrink back, and to believe that I am not capable of achieving what I have set out to do. But, Father, I know that I do not have to be perfect. I do not have to have all the answers, all the skills, or all the resources. What I need is to trust in you, to rely on your strength and guidance, and to step forward in faith. Father, remind me today that you do not call the equipped. You equip the called. I do not need to have all the answers or all the abilities, because I know that you will provide what I need when I need it. You are my strength, my wisdom, and my courage. In those moments when I feel small, when I feel inadequate, help me to remember that you are with me, and you will supply everything I need. You are the one who gives me the ability to succeed, and I do not have to rely on my own strength. I can lean on you. Knowing that you will make a way, there seems to be no way. Lord, I ask for the courage to trust you more fully in every area of my life. Help me to surrender my need for control and to let go of the fear that comes from trying to do everything on my own. I want to walk in the freedom that comes from knowing that you are in control. Even when I do not understand the path ahead, I know that you are always working things together for my good. Even in the moments when I cannot see it, help me to trust that you are guiding me step by step, and that I do not need to have it all figured out. God, I also ask for the wisdom to know when to let go and when to step forward. There are times when fear can keep me from acting, but there are also times when it can keep me stuck in complacency, unwilling to move forward because of the comfort of familiarity. Help me, Father, to discern when you are calling me to step out in faith, and when you are calling me to wait. Help me to recognize your voice and to follow it without hesitation. I do not want to miss the opportunities you have prepared for me because of fear, and I do not want to hold back when you are asking me to move. Lord, help me to embrace the uncertainty of the future with hope instead of fear. I know that I cannot control everything, but I can trust you with everything. The future may seem uncertain, but you are the one who holds it in your hands. I do not need to fear what I cannot control, because I can trust that you are already at work, making a way for me. And even when things do not turn out the way I expect, I can trust that you are still good and that you are still working everything together for my good. Father, I pray that you will continue to strengthen my faith in you. I want to be a person who moves forward, not because of my own abilities, but because of my trust in you. I want to walk in the confidence that comes from knowing that I do not have to have all the answers or all the resources. Because you are my provider, you are my strength, my guide, and my protector. You are everything I need, and with you by my side, I can face anything that comes my way. Lord, I ask that you remove the fear of failure from my heart. I know that failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and grow. Help me to see failure not as a reflection of my worth, but as a step in the process, becoming the person you have called me to be. I pray that you would give me the courage to try, the strength to keep going, and the wisdom to learn from every experience. And when I stumble, help me to get back up, knowing that you are always with me, ready to help me take the next step. Thank you, Father, for the peace that comes when I trust you. Thank you for the courage you provide, for the strength you give, and for the love that drives out fear. Thank you for being my refuge, my safe place, and my ever-present help in times of trouble. With you, I have nothing to fear, because you are my God, and you are in control. I choose today to let go of fear and embrace your perfect love, which casts out all fear. I choose to walk in faith, trusting that you are with me every step of the way. You have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And with that confidence, I will face today and every day that follows, knowing that you are my strength and my guide. Father, As I continue to walk through this day with you, I am deeply aware of your presence guiding me. The journey I have been on has not always been easy, but as each step unfolds, I realize how much you have already taught me. You have shown me the power of trust, the beauty of forgiveness, and the strength of surrender. Today, as I reflect, I sense you calling me to go deeper still. There are areas in my heart and life that need to be more fully surrendered to you, and I long to grow in my relationship with you. Lord, as I move through life, there are moments when I feel so filled with your love, yet there are other moments when I feel empty. There are days when I feel strong and full of faith, but there are also days when I feel fragile, unsure, and in need of your comforting embrace. I realize now that there is a part of me that still seeks something more, something deeper, some that only you can provide. I know that I do not need to search any further, because you are the answer to my deepest longings. You are the source of all peace, all joy, and all fulfillment. Father, I confess that sometimes I get distracted. I get caught up in the hustle of life, and I forget to turn my attention to you. I get so consumed with the business of the world that I neglect the quiet time that I desperately need with you. It is easy to be distracted by everything around me, the pressures, the expectations, the noise, but I know that nothing in this world can satisfy the longing in my soul the way that you can. You are the only one who can fill me completely, and I am sorry for the times I have sought to fill that space with things that ultimately leave me empty. I desire, Lord, to live with a heart that is constantly aware of your presence. I want to be more attuned to your voice, more sensitive to the promptings of your spirit, and more aligned with your will for my life. Help me to stop running to temporary solutions, to fleeting pleasures, and to distractions that pull me away from you. Teach me, Father, to seek you first, to make you the center of my day, and to lean into your love for everything I need. In the quiet of this moment, I ask for the strength to stop filling my time with things that do not nourish my soul. I want to create space for you. Father, in the midst of my busy life, I want to cultivate a heart that is still enough to hear your voice, to feel your presence, and to rest in your peace. When life gets overwhelming, help me to remember that you are my refuge, my hiding place, and my source of comfort. Lord, I also recognize that seeking you means going beyond just asking for what I need. Seeking you is not just about asking for answers to my questions or solutions to my problems. It is about desiring your presence in my life, desiring your will, desiring your heart. It is about seeking intimacy with you. Father, I want to know you more deeply. I want to feel the nearness of your love in every moment. I want my life to be marked by a relationship with you that goes beyond the surface, a relationship that is built on trust, honesty, and a deep connection. Father, I ask for a deeper sense of your presence in my daily life. Help me to recognize you in the small moments, not just in the big, dramatic ones. Help me to see your hand at work in my relationships, in my work, in my family, and in the simple acts of kindness that I encounter each day. Open my eyes to your presence all around me, and help me to cultivate a life that reflects your love. Lord, I also acknowledge that seeking you is an act of faith. There are moments when I do not understand why certain things happen, or why I am going through a particular struggle. There are times when I feel disconnected, uncertain, or frustrated. But I know that even in those moments, you are still with me. I trust that you are guiding me. Even when I do not see the full picture, I trust that every step I take with you is leading me closer to the person you have called me to be. Even when the way seems unclear, I know that your plan is perfect, and I can trust you with my journey. Father, I ask for the courage to keep seeking you, even when I do not feel like it. There are days when I struggle to find the energy or motivation to keep pressing into my relationship with you. There are days when distractions feel stronger than my desire to draw near to you. But, Lord, I know that seeking you is worth it. I know that the more I seek you, the more I will experience your peace, your joy, and your presence. So, Father, help me to keep going, even when it is hard. Help me to continue to pursue you with all of my heart, knowing that you will meet me exactly where I am. I also ask for the wisdom to recognize the ways you are working in my life, even in the smallest of things. Sometimes, I get caught up in waiting for the big breakthroughs or the grand moments of revelation. But I know that you are in the details of my life. You are in the quiet moments, the mundane tasks, and the simple interactions with others. Help me to recognize that your presence is not just found in the dramatic, but in the daily. Teach me to appreciate the small blessings, the quiet moments of grace, and the steady rhythm of your love that carries me through each day. Lord, I thank you for the reminder that seeking you is a journey, not a destination. There will always be more to discover, more to learn, and more to experience in your presence. I am excited for the journey ahead, knowing that you are guiding me every step of the way. I trust that you will continue to reveal yourself to me in new and beautiful ways as I seek you with all my heart. Father, help me to make seeking you my daily pursuit. Help me to remember that you are not far off, but that you are always near, waiting to meet me in the quiet spaces of my heart. I do not need to search far and wide for you, because you are with me in every moment. All I need to do is draw near, and you will meet me there. Father, as I reflect on all the ways you have been guiding me through this journey, I am deeply moved by your faithfulness. There are days when the road ahead seems unclear, when the uncertainty feels overwhelming. And yet, in these moments, I realize how much you have already revealed to me. I have seen your hand in my life, and I know that you are always working, even when I cannot see it. But today, Father, I feel a gentle reminder to focus on the power of your promises. I think of the promises you have made to me, promises of peace, provision, strength, and hope. These promises are not just words on a page, but living truths that shape the way I walk through each day. When the world around me feels chaotic and uncertain, I can stand firm on the foundation of your promises. You have promised to be with me in every season of life. And today, I choose to remember that promise. I choose to trust that you are as faithful in the waiting as you are in the answers. Lord, there are times when doubt creeps in, when the challenges of life seem too great and the future too uncertain. In those moments, it is so easy to lose sight of the truth of your promises. The circumstances around me try to cloud my vision, and I begin to question if you will really provide, if you will really come through as you have said. But today, Father, I choose to silence those doubts. I choose to hold on tightly to the truth of your word, knowing that you are faithful to fulfill every promise you have made. Help me, Father, to remember that your promises are not dependent on my circumstances. They do not change when my world shifts. You do not change your love for me. Your provision, your care, these things are constant, unshakable, and unwavering. In moments of fear, in moments of uncertainty, help me to look to you and your promises rather than the shifting sands of the world around me. When I feel like I am standing on unstable ground, I can find my footing in you. When I feel like I am walking through the valley of uncertainty, I can trust that you are right beside me, guiding me with your love. Lord, I pray that you would increase my faith in your promises. When the storm rages and the winds howl, may I stand firm in the assurance that you are the calm in the midst of the storm. You are my refuge, my fortress, and my deliverer. Your word is a light to my path, and your promises are a shield that protects me from the fears and doubts that try to invade my heart. Help me to remember that no matter what happens in this world, your promises are secure, and I can rest in the certainty that you are always faithful. Father, I also ask for the strength to hold on to your promises when it feels like I am not seeing their fulfillment. Sometimes, Lord, it feels like the answers to my prayers are delayed. Sometimes, I can understand why it is taking so long for you to move or why my circumstances have not changed. In those moments, help me to trust that you are working behind the scenes, even when I can't see it. Help me to remember that your timing is perfect, and your plans for me are far greater than anything I could imagine. I know that your promises are not promises of a perfect life without hardship, but they are promises of your presence, your provision, and your faithfulness through it all. When I do not understand, when I am waiting, when I am unsure of the next step, I can still trust that you are working all things for my good. You are faithful to complete the work you have started in me. Even when I do not see it yet, even when the path is unclear, I can trust in your perfect timing. Lord, I want to live my life rooted in the truth of your promises. I do not want to be swayed by the opinions of others or the circumstances around me. I want to stand firm in the assurance that you are with me and that you will provide. I want my heart to be so grounded in your word that no storm can shake me. I want to live as a testimony to your faithfulness, trusting in you with every step I take, and knowing that you will lead me where I need to go. Father, help me to share your promises with others. There are people around me who are struggling, who are questioning, and who need to hear the truth of your word. Help me to be a source of encouragement, to speak words of hope and truth, and to remind others of your faithfulness. Let my life be a witness to the power of your promises, and let my words be a reflection of the hope that I have found in you. Thank you, Father, for your promises that never fail. Thank you for the assurance that you are always with me, that you will never leave me nor forsake me, and that you will fulfill every word you have spoken. I trust in your promises, and I will walk forward today with confidence, knowing that you are leading me. You are the God who keeps your promises, and I will stand firm in that truth. As I face the challenges ahead, I will not be moved by what I see or what I feel. I will hold on to your promises, knowing that they are unshakable. I will trust in you, Father, and I will trust that you are faithful to provide everything I need. Father, as I sit here in your presence, I can feel the gentle stillness of your spirit surrounding me, filling me with a sense of peace. The day ahead seems full of possibilities, and I feel your guidance moving within me. Yet, there is still a lingering question in my heart, a question that arises as I take each step forward. It is the question of how to trust in your plan fully when the road ahead is unclear. How do I embrace your will when it feels uncertain, when the path is hidden, and when I cannot see the outcome? I know that you are faithful, but sometimes, Father, it is hard to see how everything fits together. I realize that trust does not always come easily. It is easy to trust when everything is going well, when the sun is shining and the road is smooth. But when things feel uncertain, when there are more questions than answers, trust feels like something I have to choose over and over again. And today, I choose to trust you. Father, I choose to trust that you are guiding me, even when I cannot see the next step. I choose to trust that you are making a way where there seems to be no way. Lord, there are times when I try to take control of my own path. I try to plan every detail, to make sure that everything aligns perfectly, and to ensure that nothing goes wrong. But I know that this desire for control comes from a place of fear. I fear the unknown. I fear failure. I fear not being enough. But today, I bring these fears to you. I ask that you remove the need for control from my heart and replace it with a deeper trust in you. Help me to remember that I do not need to have all the answers. I do not need to know exactly how everything will unfold, because you are with me, and you already know the way. Father, help me to let go of my need to control the outcome. Help me to trust that you are working all things together for my good, even when I do not understand how or why. Help me to release my grip on the future and to trust that you are in control. I want to walk with open hands, trusting that you will provide everything I need when I need it. I want to surrender my worries to you, knowing that you are faithful to guide me, even through the unknowns. Lord, I know that trust is not just a one-time decision, but a daily choice. It is a choice I have to make each day, to surrender my fears and doubts, to let go of the need for control, and to trust in your plan. I choose to trust you today, Father, with my heart. my future, and my life. I choose to trust that you are leading me where I need to go, even when I do not see the way. Father, I know that you will not lead me astray. You are a good and faithful Father, and you know what is best for me. I know that your plan for my life is greater than anything I could ever imagine. Even when the road is hard, I know that you are with me, guiding me and strengthening me. Your love never fails, and your faithfulness endures forever. I can trust that no matter what I face, you will never leave me or forsake me. You will always be by my side, guiding me through every step. Lord, help me to trust in your timing. There are times when I feel impatient, when I want things to move faster, when I want to see the answers now. But I know that your timing is perfect, and I trust that you are orchestrating every moment of my life. Help me to be patient, to wait on you, and to trust that your timing is always better than mine. Help me to rest in the assurance that you are never late, and that everything will unfold in the way you have planned, at the perfect time. Father, I also pray that you would strengthen my faith in the waiting. It is easy to trust you when things are happening, when I can see progress, but it is harder to trust when I feel like nothing is changing. Help me to remain faithful in the waiting. Help me to keep my eyes fixed on you and to trust that you are working, even when I cannot see it. Remind me that the waiting is not wasted. In fact, it is in the waiting that I grow the most. It is in the waiting that you refine me, that you shape my heart, and that you prepare me for what is ahead. Lord, I know that you are always at work in my life, even in the moments when I can't see it. I trust that you are moving in ways I cannot yet understand, and I choose to rest in that truth. I choose to trust that every delay, every detour, and every challenge is part of your plan. You are preparing me for something greater, something beyond what I can imagine. And so, I will wait patiently, knowing that you are faithful and that your promises will always come to pass. Father, help me to trust in the process. It is easy to want everything to happen quickly, but I know that there is value in the journey. Help me to embrace each step along the way, to trust that every moment is part of the bigger picture you are painting for my life. I may not always understand what you are doing, but I trust that you are good and that you are leading me toward something wonderful. Lord, I want to walk in the peace that comes from trusting you fully. I do not want to be ruled by fear or anxiety, but by the calm assurance that you are with me, guiding me and holding me in your loving hands. Today, I choose to trust you with my heart, with my life, and with my future. I will trust you, even when the way is unclear, knowing that you are the one who will lead me to where I need to go. Thank you, Father, for your faithfulness. Thank you for the gift of trust, and for the assurance that you will never leave me. I trust that you are working in every area of my life, and that you will bring your good plan to fruition in your perfect time. May my heart continue to grow in trust, and may I always rely on you as I walk this journey with you by my side. Father, as I sit here with you this morning, my heart feels a gentle pull towards something deeper, something more profound. I have been walking this journey with you, step by step, learning to trust, to forgive, and to rely on your promises. But today, Father, I feel you calling me to something greater. There is a stillness in my heart, a quiet voice within, urging me to look beyond the surface and dive deeper into the well of your love and truth. Lord, I think about how often I have approached life with a sense of control, trying to manage my circumstances, plan my future, and make sure everything aligns with my expectations. But the more I walk with you, the more I realize that I do not need to control everything. In fact, the more I try to control, the more I lose sight of your perfect plan for me. I have learned that surrendering control is not a sign of weakness, but of trust. It is in the release of control that I discover the fullness of your strength and the peace that surpasses understanding. Father, I recognize that there are still areas in my life where I hold tightly to control. I still have moments when I try to make things happen in my own way, when I rely on my own understanding and strength. But today, I want to surrender those areas to you. I want to let go of the desire to have everything figured out, to control every outcome, and to make sure that everything turns out according to my plans. I trust that your plans for me are greater than anything I could imagine, and I want to live my life with an open heart, fully surrendered to your will. Lord, I also know that surrendering control means embracing uncertainty. There are times when the future feels uncertain, when the path ahead is not clear, and when I am not sure what direction to take. But in those moments, I want to remember that I am not walking alone. You are with me, guiding me, and leading me every step of the way. Even when I can't see the way forward, I can trust that you already know the path, and you are walking beside me. Father, I ask for the strength to release my need for certainty. I do not need to know all the answers, and I do not need to have everything planned out. What I need is to trust you in the unknown. I need to trust that you are sovereign over every part of my life, and that even in the moments of uncertainty, you are still in control. Help me to embrace the unknown with open hands, knowing that you will lead me exactly where I need to go. Lord, I also ask for your peace to fill my heart in times of uncertainty. It is easy to be anxious, to worry about what might happen, or to be afraid of making the wrong decision. But I know that your peace does not depend on my circumstances. It is a peace that comes from knowing that you are with me, that you are guiding me, and that I can trust in your perfect plan. Help me to rest in that peace today, to quiet my heart and my mind, and to trust that you are working everything together for my good. Father, I recognize that surrendering control does not mean passive waiting. It does not mean I sit back and do nothing. Surrender is active. It is a choice to release my grip on the outcome and to trust you in the process. It is a choice to align my actions with your will, to follow your guidance, and to take the next step in faith, even when I can't see the whole picture. Help me to live with this kind of surrender every day, actively choosing to follow you, even when the road ahead is uncertain. Lord, I know that true peace comes from surrender. It is when I let go of my need to control and trust in you that I find rest for my soul, I know that your plans are good and that you are faithful to lead me. So, Father, today I choose to surrender once again. I surrender my fears, my doubts, and my need for certainty. I surrender my expectations and my plans. I choose to trust you fully with my life, knowing that you are in control, even when the way is unclear. Father, I also pray for the strength to let go of past hurts and regrets. There are times when I still carry the weight of mistakes I have made, of decisions I wish I could undo. I know that you have forgiven me, but there are moments when the guilt and shame creep in, trying to steal my peace. Today, I choose to surrender my past to you. I choose to let go of the burden of regret and to trust that you have already made all things new. I am no longer defined by my mistakes, but by your grace. Lord, as I continue on this journey of surrender, I ask that you would guide me every step of the way. I know that surrendering is a process. It is something I will need to do every day. But I trust that with each step, you will continue to shape me into the person you have called me to be. I trust that your love will sustain me, your grace will strengthen me, and your presence will guide me. Thank you, Father, for your patience with me. Thank you for your love that never lets go, for your faithfulness that endures through every season, and for the peace that comes when I surrender to you. I trust that you will continue to lead me, and I am willing to follow wherever you take me. May my heart always be open to your will, and may I continue to walk in the freedom that comes from surrendering my life fully to you. Father, as I continue to walk in surrender, I feel a deeper understanding of what it means to truly trust you. Each step I take is an opportunity to release more of my fears and uncertainties into your hands. But there is one thing that still weighs heavily on my heart, something that has often kept me from embracing your peace fully. It is the burden of self-doubt. Lord, I realize that I have spent so much of my life questioning whether I am enough, whether I am capable, whether I am worthy of your love and grace. I have allowed my insecurities to overshadow the truth of who I am in you. Father, I confess that I have struggled with feelings of inadequacy, especially when it comes to the things you have called me to do. I often look at others and wonder how they manage to live with such confidence, while I find myself wrestling with doubt at every turn. I look at my own weaknesses, my shortcomings, and I feel unqualified. But today, Father, I bring these feelings of self-doubt to you. I ask you to help me see myself the way you see me, not through the lens of my mistakes or my limitations, but through the lens of your love, grace, and purpose for my life. Lord, I know that you have equipped me for the path you have set before me. You have given me everything I need to fulfill the purpose you have placed in my heart. When I feel weak, you are my strength. When I feel uncertain, you are my guide. When I feel afraid, you are my courage. Help me to remember, Father, that I do not walk this journey alone. I do not have to rely on my own abilities or strength, because I can lean on you. Father, I pray that you would help me overcome the negative thoughts that often fill my mind. When I look at the challenges ahead, I often feel small and insignificant. But I know that with you, I am more than enough. I am not defined by my weaknesses, but by your power working through me. Help me to remember that you are the one who makes me strong, that you are the one who equips me to do the impossible. When I am overwhelmed, help me to focus not on my limitations, but on your limitless power and grace. Lord, I also ask for the courage to step out in faith, even when I feel uncertain. There are times when I hesitate to take the next step because I am afraid of failing, afraid of making the wrong decision. But I know that faith is not about having all the answers or knowing what will happen next. It is about trusting you, even when the way is unclear. It is about moving forward, even when the path seems uncertain, knowing that you will guide me every step of the way. Father, give me the courage to trust you with my future, to take the next step even when I do not know exactly where it will lead. Father, I also recognize that my worth is not defined by what I do or what I accomplish. My worth is not based on my success or failure, my achievements or mistakes. My worth is rooted in who I am in you. You created me with purpose, and you have called me to live a life of significance, not because of anything I can do, but because of your love for me. I am worthy because I am your child, and you are the one who makes me valuable. Help me, Lord, to rest in that truth today. Help me to find my identity in you and not in my performance or the opinions of others. I know, Father, that self-doubt is a tool that the enemy often uses to distract me from my purpose. He whispers lies that I am not enough, that I will never be able to do what you have called me to do, and that I am too flawed to be used by you. But I refuse to believe those lies. I refuse to let doubt and insecurity dictate my path. Choose to believe that you have equipped me with everything I need to live the life you have planned for me. I choose to believe that you are with me every step of the way, and that your strength is made perfect in my weakness. Lord, I ask for your help in silencing the voice of doubt that often tries to drown out your truth. When I hear the lies that tell me I am not enough, remind me of your promises. Remind me that you have called me for a purpose, that you have equipped me for every good work, and that you will never leave me or forsake me. Help me to hear your voice above all others, and to trust in the truth of your word. Father, I also pray that you would help me to see the potential you have placed within me. When I look at myself, I often see the things I want to change, the things I wish I could do better, and the things I have yet to accomplish. But you see me through eyes of love, eyes that see the purpose you have placed within me. Help me to see myself the way you see me, full of potential, full of purpose, and fully equipped to fulfill the calling you have placed on my life. Lord, I pray that you would give me the strength to move forward in faith, even when my feelings of self-doubt try to hold me back. Help me to take the steps you have called me to take, even when I do not feel ready. Even when I do not feel equipped, trust that you will provide for me every step of the way. I trust that you will be with me in every challenge, in every decision, and in every moment of uncertainty. Thank you, Father, for the assurance that my worth is not based on what I can do, but on your love for me. Thank you for the strength that you provide in my moments of doubt. Thank you for the confidence that comes from knowing I am walking in your will, and that you are with me every step of the way. I trust in your plan for my life, and I trust that you are making me into the person you have called me to be. Today, Father, I choose to walk in faith, not fear. I choose to step forward in your strength, trusting that you will equip me for every task you have set before me. I choose to believe that I am enough because you are with me, and I choose to trust that your purpose for my life will be fulfilled. Father, as I continue to reflect on the steps I have taken and the growth that has occurred, I am reminded that this journey of faith is not one of perfection, but of progress. There are moments when I feel I am moving forward, taking ground in areas where I once struggled. Yet, there are still days when I feel overwhelmed by doubts, fears, and the weight of what is ahead. Today, I find myself asking for your strength to continue, even when the way seems unclear. I am learning, Lord, that faith is not always about certainty. It is about trusting you even when I can't see the full picture. Father, there are moments when I feel discouraged, when I look at where I am versus where I hope to be. It is easy to let frustration creep in. I know that I am not where I thought I would be, and sometimes that feels like failure. I have had dreams, hopes, and desires that seemed so clear at one point, but the path to their fulfillment has been anything but straightforward. Yet, even in these moments, I hear your voice gently reminding me that you are not looking at the pace I am moving, but at the heart with which I am walking. You are less concerned with my progress according to my own timeline, and more concerned with the journey itself, the way I trust you in every step. Lord, I know that progress is not always linear. There are setbacks, delays, and detours that feel like they have taken me off course. But I trust that your plan for me is not derailed by the challenges I face. Even when things do not look the way I envisioned, I know that you are at work in ways I cannot always see. You are making something beautiful out of what sometimes feels like a mess. You are refining me, shaping me, and using every moment, good or bad, to draw me closer to your will. Help me, Father, to embrace the pace at which you are moving in my life. When I am tempted to rush ahead, to force things to happen, or to compare myself to others, remind me to rest in your timing. Remind me that what is most important is not how quickly I get there, but that I am walking in your will. You have not called me to hurry. You have called me to trust. In those moments when I feel frustrated, help me to remember that you are always present, always leading, and always guiding me in the right direction. Father, there are times when I wish I could fast forward through the difficulties. The struggles and hardships of life sometimes feel overwhelming, and it is tempting to wish them away. But today, I understand that these moments are not obstacles to my growth. They are the very means by which you shape me. In every trial, you are refining me. You are making me more like you, teaching me patience, perseverance, and faith. Help me to see each struggle not as a setback, but as an opportunity to grow closer to you. Help me to find joy in the journey, even when the road is hard. Help me to trust that you are using everything for my good. Lord, I also know that progress in faith means growing in trust, and that trust often takes time. There are days when I find it difficult to let go of control, when I want to fix things on my own, or when I feel the urge to plan out every detail of my life. But I am learning that surrender is a part of my growth. I am learning that true progress comes not from striving to do it all myself, but from yielding to your guidance, listening to your voice, and following your lead. I want to trust you completely. Father, with every aspect of my life, my relationships, my work, my dreams, and my struggles, I want to walk with open hands, ready to receive what you have for me and to give up what you are calling me to let go of. Father, help me to be patient with myself on this journey. It is easy to get frustrated when I feel like I should be further along, when I see others succeeding or achieving things I long for. But I know that my journey is unique, and my timing is in your hands. Help me to remember that you are not in a hurry. You have a plan for me, and it will unfold in your perfect time. Help me to take each day as it comes, focusing on trusting you in the present, rather than worrying about the future. You have already gone before me, and you will guide me every step of the way. Lord, I also recognize that progress in faith is not just about how far I have come, but about the state of my heart. Am I more in love with you today than I was yesterday? Am I more surrendered to your will today than I was last week? Help me to remember that the journey is not about the destination, it is about the relationship I am building with you. It is about learning to love you more fully, to trust you more deeply, and to walk more closely with you. Every day is a new opportunity to grow in intimacy with you, Father, and I want to seize that opportunity with an open heart. Father, as I continue forward, I ask for the wisdom to see your hand in every step, whether it is a step forward or a moment of pause. Help me to see that you are always working. Help me to recognize your presence in both the mountaintops and the valleys. Help me to remain steady, knowing that you are my anchor, even when the winds of life are fierce. I trust that you will never leave me, and that you are always moving in my life, shaping me, refining me, and making me more like you. Thank you, Father, for your patience with me. Thank you for your grace, which covers every step of my journey. I am grateful for the way you walk with me, even when I can't see the way ahead. I trust you with my life, knowing that you are guiding me to where you want me to be. May I continue to grow in faith, in trust, and in love for you each day. Father, as I continue to move forward in this journey of growth, I feel a deep sense of peace mixed with an awareness that there is still so much I have yet to learn. The road has not been easy, but each step has revealed more of who you are and more of who I am becoming in you. I find myself reflecting on the lessons you have taught me so far. And today, I sense you drawing me deeper still. There is something that stirs within me, a longing to move past the surface and dive deeper into what it means to truly live in the fullness of your love and grace. Lord, I have learned so much about trust, forgiveness, and surrender. But today, I feel a gentle reminder to reflect on what it truly means to live with a heart of compassion. It is so easy to get caught up in the demands of life, to focus on my own struggles, and to forget to extend grace to others. I am reminded that living in your likeness means living with love and compassion at the center of my heart. Compassion is more than just feeling sorry for others. It is about stepping into their pain, understanding their struggles, and offering kindness even when it is difficult. Father, I admit that I struggle at times to extend this compassion. When I am focused on my own challenges, it can be easy to become self-absorbed and forget the needs of those around me. But I know that your love calls me to something greater. Your love is not selfish or self-centered, is sacrificial and generous. You call me to love others the way you have loved me, to show kindness and understanding, to offer grace even when it is hard. I pray today, Father, that you would open my heart to this deeper level of compassion. Help me to see others through your eyes, with a heart full of empathy, kindness, and love. Lord, I also ask for your guidance in showing compassion, even when it requires sacrifice. Sometimes, showing compassion means stepping out of my comfort zone, offering my time, my energy, and my resources. It can feel like too much at times, and I find myself hesitant. But I know that it is in these moments of giving that I truly reflect your love. Help me to be willing to sacrifice for the good of others, to extend grace even when it is not easy, and to show kindness when the world around me encourages indifference. Father, I pray for the strength to love those who are difficult to love. There are people in my life who challenge me, who hurt me, or who misunderstand me. It is hard to be compassionate when I feel hurt, angry, or misunderstood. But I know that it is in these moments that my love can be a reflection of yours. You loved me when I was lost, when I was hurting, and when I did not understand the depth of your love. Help me to offer the same love to others, even when it requires laying aside my pride, my hurt, or my desire to be right. Teach me to forgive, to offer grace, and to choose compassion, even when it is difficult. Lord, I also realize that compassion does not always look like fixing people's problems or offering solutions. Sometimes, compassion is simply being present. It is listening without judgment. It is offering a shoulder to cry on, a hand to hold, or a word of encouragement. Help me to recognize when my presence is enough, when just being with someone is the greatest gift I can give. Help me to be attentive to the needs of others, to be sensitive to the moments when someone needs a kind word or a listening ear. Father, as I continue to grow in compassion, help me to remember that it is not about what I can do for others, but about reflecting your love to them. It is about being your hands and feet in this world, offering the love and care that you have shown me. I do not want to live for myself. I want to live for you and for others. I want to be a vessel of your compassion, a person who brings healing, comfort, and encouragement to those who need it most. Lord, I also ask that you help me to be compassionate toward myself. There are times when I am my own harshest critic, when I beat myself up over mistakes or shortcomings. But I know that your compassion extends to me as well. You see my imperfections, yet you love me unconditionally. Help me to offer the same compassion to myself that I so freely extend to others. Teach me to show myself grace, to let go of the guilt and shame that weigh me down, and to accept the love you have for me. Father, I believe that compassion is the heart of the gospel. You have called me to live as you lived, to love as you loved. Your compassion changed the world. Your compassion healed the sick, comforted the brokenhearted, and brought hope to the hopeless. I want to live with that same compassion in my heart, not just for the people I find easy to love, but for all people, for those who are hurting, struggling, and lost. Lord, I want my life to reflect your compassion in every way. I want to show compassion to the poor, the marginalized, the broken, and the oppressed. I want to be a voice for the voiceless and a light in the darkness. May my heart break for the things that break yours, and may I be moved to action, to love, to serve, and to help bring healing to a hurting world. Father, I pray that you will use me as an instrument of your love. Use me to bring compassion, kindness, and hope to those who need it most. Help me to be your hands and feet in a world that so desperately needs your touch. Give me the courage to act, the wisdom to know when and how to help, and the heart to love unconditionally. Thank you, Father, for the compassion you have shown me. Thank you for loving me when I did not deserve it, for offering me grace when I was at my lowest, and for always being there to comfort me when I needed it most. May your love fill my heart to overflowing, so that I may pour it out to others, just as you have poured it out to me. Father, as I sit here with you, I feel the weight of the day ahead pressing gently on my heart. There are so many things that I am carrying, Lord, and sometimes it feels like I am walking through life with a heavy load. But as I pause and reflect, I realize that I do not need to carry these burdens alone. You are with me, and you invite me to lay them down at your feet. You remind me that I do not have to do this in my own strength, but in yours. There are moments, Father, when I feel like I have been walking through life, trying to keep everything together. I try to hold on to my responsibilities, my relationships, my goals, and my dreams with both hands, thinking that if I do not, everything will fall apart. I forget sometimes that you are the one who holds everything together, that you are the one who makes all things work for good, even when I can see the full picture. Lord, I am realizing that I do not have to do everything on my own. I do not have to be the one who carries the weight of the world. You are my strength, my refuge, my very present help in times of trouble. When I feel like I am about to break under the pressure, you are there to lift me up, to hold me steady, and to remind me that I am not alone. I do not need to be strong in my own power, because you are strong in mine. Father, I ask for your help today. I ask for the strength to trust you with everything I am carrying. Help me to surrender my burdens to you, to release the things that are weighing me down, and to let go of the need to control every detail. Help me to stop trying to do it all on my own, and to trust that you will provide for me everything I need. You are my source of strength, and I know that with you, I can face anything that comes my way. Lord, I recognize that there are still areas of my life where I struggle to let go. I find it hard to trust that you will take care of the things I hold most dear. I fear that if I let go, things will spiral out of control, or I will be left unprotected. But today, I remember that you are a good Father, and that you will never leave me or forsake me. You are faithful, and your promises are sure. When I surrender my burdens to you, I am not letting go of control. I am placing my trust in the one who holds the world in his hands. Father, I also want to ask for the grace to let go of perfectionism. I realize that my desire to control everything stems from a deep-seated fear of not being enough, of failing, of letting others down. But I know that I am enough because of your love for me. I do not have to be perfect to be loved by you, and I do not have to have everything figured out to be worthy of your grace. You are not asking me to be perfect. You are asking me to trust you, to surrender to your will, and to walk with you in faith. Lord, help me to remember that it is not about my performance or my achievements. It is about who I am in you. I do not have to prove myself to you or to anyone else. You already see me as your beloved child, and nothing I do can change that. Help me to rest in the truth that I am enough just as I am, and that my worth is not determined by what I accomplish, but by your love for me. Father, I pray that you would give me the strength to walk in faith today. I know that faith is not always easy. It is easy to trust when everything is going according to plan. But when life feels uncertain, it is harder to hold on to that trust. But even in these moments, I choose to trust you. I choose to trust that you are in control. Even when everything seems out of control, I choose to trust that you are working in the midst of the uncertainty, and that you will bring good from it. Lord, I also ask for the patience to wait on you. There are times when I feel like I need to make things happen right now, and I can become anxious or frustrated when things do not move at the speed I want. But I know that your timing is perfect. You are never in a hurry, and you are never late. Help me to be patient, Father, to trust that you are orchestrating everything in your perfect timing. Even when I do not see it, help me to remember that the waiting is not wasted, that you are preparing me, growing me, and making me ready for what you have ahead. Father, I know that you are not asking me to be perfect, but to be faithful. You are not asking me to have all the answers or to control every outcome, but to trust you in the process. So today, I lay down my fears, my worries, and my desire for control. I surrender them to you, knowing that you will take care of everything that concerns me. You are my strength, my refuge, and my help in times of need. With you, I can do all things. Thank you, Father, for your faithfulness, Thank you for being the constant source of strength and peace in my life. Thank you for the reminder today that I do not have to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. Because you are carrying it for me, I trust in your plan, and I trust in your timing. With you, I can walk through today with a heart full of peace and a spirit full of faith. Father, as I sit here in your presence today, I feel the weight of the world around me. The challenges, the uncertainties, and the expectations all seem to press in from every side. And yet, in the midst of it all, I am reminded of the peace you offer, peace that surpasses understanding, peace that holds steady even when the storm rages. It is easy to get lost in the noise. Father, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and to forget that you are my peace, that you are the one who calms the storms in my life. I think of the times when I have felt like I could not handle the weight of it all, the times when fear and anxiety tried to take hold of my heart, when doubt crept in and made me question my path. I know, Lord, that I have been through difficult seasons, but I also know that you have carried me through each one. And today, I am asking for your peace to fill me once again. I am asking for the kind of peace that only you can give, peace that does not come from external circumstances, but from the knowledge that you are in control and that you will never leave me. Father, I confess that there are times when I let the worries of life consume me. I focus too much on what is going wrong or what might go wrong, and I lose sight of your presence. I let fear take the place of faith, and I forget that you are always working behind the scenes. I am sorry for the times when I have allowed anxiety to rob me of the peace you offer. I know that you do not want me to live in fear or stress. You want me to trust in you and to rest in your love and care. Lord, I ask that you help me to let go of the things that are causing me to worry today. I ask that you take away the burdens that I am carrying, the fears about the future, and the anxieties that keep me from fully experiencing the peace you offer. Help me to remember that I do not have to face today alone. You are with me, and you have promised to provide for all of my needs. I trust that you will take care of everything that concerns me. You are my provider, my protector, and my strength. I also recognize, Father, that peace comes not just from surrendering my worries, but from actively seeking your presence. I have learned that peace is not something that simply happens to me. It is something I must choose to embrace. When the world around me is chaotic, I can choose to stop and center my heart on you. When the noise of life threatens to drown out your voice, I can choose to seek stillness in your presence. Lord, help me to make space for you today. Help me to choose to quiet my heart, to listen to your voice, and to allow your peace to fill me completely. Father, I know that your peace is a gift, and I also know that it does not always come instantly. It is not always something that can be simply wished away, especially when I have been carrying the weight of fear or anxiety for a long time. But I also know that your peace grows in me as I surrender, as I release control, and as I trust that you are in control of what I cannot manage. Help me to rest in the assurance that I do not need to have all the answers, that I do not need to know the way ahead, and that I do not need to figure everything out on my own. You are the one who guides me, and I can trust that you will lead me in the right direction. Lord, I also want to remember that peace does not mean the absence of trouble. It means finding rest in you even when the storms rage. There will always be things in life that challenge me, that test my patience, and that stir up feelings of fear and frustration. But in those moments, I can choose to turn to you, knowing that you are my anchor. I do not have to let life's troubles control my heart. I can let your peace guard my heart and mind, even in the midst of difficulty. Father, I ask that you help me to live out this peace in my daily life when I face challenges, when I interact with others, when I feel overwhelmed. Help me to be a person who radiates peace. Help me to be a calming presence, to reflect your love and tranquility, and to offer peace to those around me. When others are anxious or stressed, let my words and actions point them back to you, the true source of peace. May I be a vessel of your peace, sharing it with others through my actions, my words, and my attitude. Lord, I also pray for those who are struggling with anxiety, fear, and stress. I know there are many who are facing difficult situations today, and I ask that you would wrap them in your peace. I pray that you would comfort those who are grieving, calm the hearts of those who are afraid, and provide strength to those who feel overwhelmed. May they experience your presence in a real and tangible way, and may your peace fill their hearts, minds, and spirits. Father, as I continue through today, I ask that your peace would be my constant companion. I know that you will never leave me, and I know that I do not have to face anything alone. Help me to walk in the peace that only you can give, and help me to be a reflection of that peace to those around me. I trust that you will guide me through the challenges of today, and that your peace will guard my heart and mind as I continue to trust in you. Thank you, Father, for your peace. Thank you for the assurance that I am never alone, that you are always with me, and that your peace is available to me in every moment. Thank you for being my refuge, my safe place, and my strength. I choose to trust in you today, to rest in your peace, and to walk in the freedom that comes from knowing you are in control. Father, as I reflect on the peace you have been cultivating in my heart, I sense your gentle reminder to look more closely at my surroundings and the way I interact with the world around me. I have come to understand that peace is not just about a feeling of calm within, but it is also about how I carry that peace into the world, how I allow your love and grace to spill over into my relationships, my actions, and my words. Lord, I realize that walking in your peace requires me to live intentionally, to reflect your light even in the midst of the most chaotic moments. There have been times when I have allowed the pressures of the world to influence my actions, when I have let fear or frustration drive my responses. In those moments, Father, I know that I have moved away from the peace you offer. I have allowed external circumstances to dictate my internal state. But today, I want to make a conscious choice to choose peace in the face of chaos, to choose love even when I feel misunderstood, and to choose patience when everything around me seems rushed. Father, I know that your peace is not just a passive thing. It is an active force that moves through me when I allow it. It is not just about me sitting quietly and waiting for calm to arrive. It is about living a life that reflects your kingdom on earth. It is about being a vessel of your peace wherever I go, even when the world around me is unsettled. Help me, Lord, to embody this kind of peace, to be a living reflection of your love, your grace, and your mercy. Help me to be someone who brings calm to chaos, who speaks words of encouragement, who extends a hand of support, and who lives out the kindness that you have shown me. Lord, as I move through today, I want to remember that peace is not just a gift for me, it is a gift for everyone I encounter. Help me to recognize opportunities to share that peace, to be a source of hope and comfort for others, especially those who are struggling, whether through a smile, a word of encouragement, or a simple act of kindness. I want to be a channel of your love. Show me how to be intentional with my actions. Father, open my eyes to the people around me who need a touch of peace, and give me the courage to be the one who reaches out. There are moments when I may feel like withdrawing, like closing myself off from others because I feel overwhelmed or drained. But I am reminded today that peace is not something that just fills me up for my own benefit. It is meant to flow out from me, to touch the lives of those around me. The more I allow your peace to fill me, the more I can give it away. Help me, Lord, to be open to the needs of others, to let go of my own self-centeredness, and to embrace the opportunity to bless others with the same peace you have given me. Father, I also recognize that living in your peace does not mean that life will be free from challenges or struggles. It does not mean that everything will always be smooth or easy. In fact, it is often in the most difficult moments that we are called to live out the peace you have given us. I know that the world around me will continue to be unpredictable, and I will face hardships, setbacks, and disappointments. But in those moments, Father, help me to remain anchored in you. Help me to hold fast to the truth that your peace is not dependent on my circumstances. You are the source of my peace, and you will remain my steady anchor, no matter what comes my way. Lord, help me to remember that your peace surpasses understanding. It is a peace that does not make sense in the natural, a peace that can coexist with pain, loss, and uncertainty. I want to experience that peace today. Lord, I want to walk through whatever challenges come my way with a heart full of trust in you, knowing that even in the hardest moments, I do not have to do it on my own. You are with me, and you will carry me through. I do not need to have all the answers, but I trust that you are always guiding me, and I choose to rest in that assurance. Father, I also pray for the strength to be a peacemaker in my relationships. There are times when misunderstandings arise, when conflict feels inevitable, or when I feel tempted to retaliate in the face of hurt. But I know that you call me to a higher standard. You call me to be a peacemaker, to love my enemies, and to forgive as you have forgiven me. Help me to walk in humility, to extend grace, and to seek reconciliation when conflict arises. Help me to be slow to anger and quick to listen, to choose patience over frustration, and to choose understanding over judgment. Lord, I know that the world desperately needs peace. There is so much division, so much unrest, and so much pain. And as your child, I have been called to bring your peace into those places. Help me to be a force for reconciliation, to bring light into darkness, and to speak words of healing when the world seems broken. Pray for peace in our communities, in our nations, and in our relationships. I pray that your peace will reign in our hearts, that we will turn to you in times of trouble, and that your love will guide us toward unity. Father, I also recognize that peace begins within me. I cannot be a peacemaker if I do not have peace in my own heart. Help me, Lord, to continue to cultivate your peace within me, to let go of any anxieties, fears, or worries that disrupt my connection with you. Help me to focus on your goodness, to remember your faithfulness, and to trust in your ability to provide. When I walk in your peace, I am better able to reflect that peace to others. Lord, I choose to walk in your peace today. I choose to embrace your love, to surrender my worries to you, and to trust that you are always in control. I know that no matter what comes my way, you are the source of my peace, and I can find rest in you. Help me to live out that peace in every moment, in every conversation, and in every relationship. May I be a reflection of your love and peace to the world around me. Father, as I continue to reflect on the peace you have been building within me, I sense your invitation to go deeper still. I realize that peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of something far greater, your presence. It is in your presence that I find my rest, my strength, and my purpose. And yet, as much as I experience your peace, I know there is still a part of me that needs to be fully aligned with your will. There are still parts of my heart and life that need to be fully surrendered to you. I ask today, Father, that you continue to guide me into deeper intimacy with you, where I find the fullness of your peace and the freedom to walk in your truth. I am beginning to understand that peace, Lord, is not something that I can simply seek out on my own terms. It is not something I can manufacture by trying to control my circumstances or by seeking comfort in the things of this world. It is something that only comes from you. It is a fruit of walking in the Spirit, a result of staying connected to you, the true vine. The more I stay close to you, the more I experience your peace, and the more I am able to reflect that peace to others. Father, there are still moments when I feel pulled away from your peace, the business of life, the noise of the world, and the demands of daily living sometimes crowd out the quiet assurance that comes from trusting in you. I know that my heart can easily become distracted, pulled in so many different directions. But today, I ask you to help me center myself in your presence. Help me to remember that you are the only one who can give me true peace. I do not need to run to other sources or try to fill the void with things that won't satisfy. All I need is you, Lord. I also recognize that I can only live in the fullness of your peace when I surrender my own will. There are times when I want to hold tightly to my plans, my desires, and my vision for my life. I want things to go the way I think they should, but I know that true peace comes from trusting that your plans are far better than mine. I am learning, Father, that I must release my grip on my own desires and trust that you are leading me in the best direction for my life, even when things do not go the way I expect. I know that I can rest in the certainty that your will for me is perfect. Help me to remember, Father, that peace comes from surrender, from trusting that you know what is best for me. I do not need to have all the answers or to see the end result. I simply need to trust you with each step, and knowing that you will guide me where I need to go. Teach me to rest in the confidence that you are leading me every day, even when the path is not clear. Help me to let go of my own need to control and to embrace the peace that comes from trusting in your sovereignty. Father, I pray today for the courage to let go of fear. Fear has often been a barrier to the peace I desire. When I am afraid, I cling to my own solutions, my own strength, and my own understanding, instead of turning to you. But I know, Father, that fear cannot coexist with your peace. Your perfect love casts out all fear, and I choose to embrace that love today. Help me to recognize the fear when it arises, and to turn to you in those moments, and knowing that you are greater than anything I face. Lord, I also ask that you would give me the strength to choose peace in my relationships. Sometimes, it is easy to let frustration or anger cloud my heart, especially when things do not go as I expect. But I want to live in a way that reflects your peace, that extends grace to others, and that brings healing to broken relationships. Help me to see others with your eyes, to love them with your heart, and to offer peace in every situation. Help me to be a peacemaker in my family, my friendships, my work, and in every area of my life. May my words and actions reflect your love, your patience, and your grace. Father, I know that peace also comes from walking in your truth. When I am aligned with your word, when I am living according to your will, I experience a peace that the world cannot give. I know that when I seek first your kingdom and your righteousness, everything else falls into place. Help me, Lord, to seek you above all else today. May your truth be my guide in every decision, in every relationship, and in every situation I face. Let your word be a lamp to my feet and a light to my path, leading me into the fullness of the peace you have promised. Father, I also realize that peace comes from being rooted in gratitude. When I focus on the blessings you have given me, when I take time to reflect on your goodness and faithfulness, my heart is filled with peace. Help me to cultivate a spirit of gratitude in my heart today. Help me to see the good in every situation, even in the challenges, and to thank you for your constant presence in my life. When I focus on your goodness, the worries of the world grow dim, and your peace fills my soul. Lord, I pray that you would make me a person of peace. I know that in order to reflect your peace, I must first experience it within myself. So today, I choose to receive your peace, to trust in your sovereignty, and to walk in the freedom that comes from surrendering my will to you. I choose to let go of fear, anxiety, and control, and to rest in the assurance that you are in control, and that you are with me every step of the way. Thank you, Father, for the peace you offer. Thank you for being my refuge, my strength, and my peace in the midst of life's storms. I trust in you, Lord, and I rest in your love today, knowing that your peace will guard my heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Father, as I sit quietly in your presence today, I find myself reflecting on the way you have been working in my life. I have seen your hand in every moment, in every season, and I am beginning to realize that, even in the moments of uncertainty, you have been there all along. I have learned to trust you more deeply, but there is still a part of me that struggles with letting go completely. There is still a part of me that tries to control outcomes, that fears what is beyond my sight. Yet, Father, I know that true peace only comes when I release control and trust fully in your plan. I have often found myself holding tightly to what I think I know, what I think I can manage. It is easy to convince myself that I have to do everything myself, that if I do not take charge, things will fall apart. But today, Lord, I hear you gently calling me to trust in your greater plan. I hear you whisper that your ways are higher than mine, and that I do not have to carry the weight of the world alone. Today, I choose to let go of my need to control and surrender it all to you, trusting that you know what is best for me. Father, I ask for your help in letting go of the need to have everything figured out. So often, I hold on to plans, schedules, and timelines, believing that if I can just control the details, I will have peace. But I am beginning to realize that peace does not come from controlling everything. It comes from trusting in you. Even when I do not know what comes next, when I release my grip on the unknown, I can make space for your peace to fill my heart. Lord, I know that my desire for control comes from a place of fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of being unprepared. But I also know that you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I do not need to be afraid of what I can't see, because you see all things. I do not need to fear what lies ahead, because you are already there, guiding me, providing for me, and making a way. Father, I also recognize that my fear of letting go can sometimes be rooted in doubt. I doubt that you will lead me in the right direction. I doubt that you will provide for me when I need it most. I doubt that you are working in my life in ways I can see. But today, I choose to silence those doubts. I choose to trust in your faithfulness, even when my circumstances do not make sense. I trust that you are at work, even when I can see the whole picture. I trust that you will provide what I need, when I need it, and that you are always with me. Lord, I ask for the strength to surrender my fears, my doubts, and my need to control. I do not want to carry the weight of these things any longer. I want to walk in the freedom that comes from knowing that you are in control and then you have a perfect plan for my life. When I feel the urge to hold on tightly to my worries, remind me to release them into your hands. When I feel overwhelmed, help me to trust in your perfect timing and your perfect will. Father, I know that surrendering is not always easy. There are moments when I want to hold on to my own understanding, to make sure that everything goes according to my plan. But I also know that true freedom comes from letting go of my need to control, from releasing my worries to you, and from trusting in your wisdom and love. You have never failed me, and I know that you will not fail me now. Help me to let go of my fear of failure and to trust that even in my mistakes, you are working for my good. Lord, as I continue to walk with you, I pray for the grace to live in the freedom of surrender. I want to live each day with an open heart, ready to follow your lead, ready to step out in faith, and ready to embrace the journey you have set before me. I do not want to hold back anymore. Father, I do not want to let fear or doubt control my life. I want to be fully surrendered to your will, fully trusting that you will guide me, protect me, and equip me for everything that lies ahead. Father, I also ask that you help me to remember that surrender does not mean passivity. It does not mean that I stop moving forward or stop making decisions. It means that I trust you with the outcomes, knowing that you are guiding me every step of the way. Surrender is not about giving up, it is about giving over to you. It is about aligning my will with yours, trusting that your way is the best way. Lord, help me to trust that you are working in every area of my life, even when I can't see it. Help me to let go of the need to know everything, to understand everything, and to have control over every situation. Help me to rest in the truth that you are leading me, and that I can trust you to bring me to the right place at the right time. Father, I know that surrendering to you is a daily choice. Every day, I will need to choose to let go of my fears, my doubts, and my need to control. Every day, I will need to choose to trust you more deeply, to follow your guidance, and to surrender my will to yours. But I also know that in every moment of surrender, I will find peace. I will find rest. I will find the freedom that comes from walking in your love. Thank you, Father, for the gift of surrender. Thank you for the peace that comes from trusting you completely. Thank you for being with me every step of the way, guiding me, providing for me, and showing me the path forward. I choose today to surrender my fears and my worries to you, trusting that you will lead me in the right direction and provide for all of my needs. I choose to walk in your peace, knowing that you are in control and that I am safe in your hands. Father, as I sit with you this morning, I feel the stillness in my heart, a quiet moment of reflection after all the changes that have come my way. Yesterday's uncertainties and tomorrow's unknowns all seem to fade in the light of your presence. I know that this peace I feel is not from my circumstances, but from the truth that you are with me. I do not have to worry about what comes next, because you have already gone before me. I do not need to fight for control, because you are already in control. Lord, as I reflect on the way you have guided me through life's challenges, I realize that there is still a deep longing within me. A longing not just for peace, but for true fulfillment in my heart. I have often sought fulfillment in things, in achievements, and in recognition from others. But I know, deep down, that none of these things will ever fully satisfy the longing inside me. Today, I am reminded that true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with you, following your will, and embracing the purpose you have for my life. Father, I am beginning to understand that fulfillment does not come from external sources, but from an internal peace that only you can provide. When I align my heart with yours, when I trust in your plan and walk in your purpose, that is when I experience true fulfillment. It is not about the things I acquire or the success I achieve. It is about knowing that I am exactly where you want me to be, and that I am living out the purpose you have designed for me. Lord, I ask for your help today. Help me to continue seeking fulfillment in you, not in the things of this world. Help me to find satisfaction in living for your glory, not in personal gain or approval. I want my heart to be fully surrendered to you, so that I can find joy in knowing that I am living out your plan for my life. I know that true fulfillment is not about being recognized or validated by the world, but about being known and loved by you. Help me to rest in that truth today. Father, I also pray for the strength to let go of the things that I think will fulfill me, but are only temporary. There are times when I place my hope in achievements or possessions, thinking that they will bring me lasting happiness, only to be left feeling empty. I recognize that these things can never provide the deep sense of purpose and fulfillment that you offer. Help me to release my attachment to these fleeting things and to focus on the eternal treasures that come from living in relationship with you. Lord, today, I want to focus on what truly matters, on living a life that reflects your love, on serving others with a heart of compassion, and on being a faithful steward of the gifts you have given me. I want to seek your kingdom first, knowing that everything else will fall into place when my priorities are aligned with yours. Help me to live each day with a sense of purpose and fulfillment, not because of what I do, but because of who I am in you. Father, I also recognize that fulfillment is a journey, not a destination. There are times when I feel discontent, when I compare myself to others, or when I feel like I am falling short of my own expectations. But I know that fulfillment comes not from achieving perfection, but from growing in my relationship with you. It is about learning to walk by faith, to trust you in the waiting, and to find joy in the journey. I ask you, Lord, to help me embrace the process of growth, knowing that you are shaping me into the person you have called me to be. Lord, I pray that you would give me the grace to be content in every season of life, whether I am in a season of abundance or a season of lack. Help me to be thankful for what you have given me. Help me to trust that you are with me, providing for all my needs, and that I am complete in you. When I face challenges, remind me that you are using those moments to shape me, to refine my character, and to draw me closer to you. Help me to see each season of my life as an opportunity to grow in faith and in fulfillment, knowing that you are always with me. Father, I also pray for a heart of gratitude, I want to recognize the blessings in my life, both big and small, and to be thankful for all that you have given me. Too often, I focus on what I lack, on what I wish I had, and I forget to give thanks for what I already have. Help me to cultivate a heart of thankfulness today, to see your hand in every part of my life, and to celebrate the good that you have already brought into my life. When I focus on gratitude, I open my heart to the peace and fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are enough. Lord, I also recognize that fulfillment is not just about my personal growth, but about how I serve others. True fulfillment comes from living a life that is focused not just on my own needs, but on the needs of others. It comes from using my gifts to bless those around me, from reaching out to those in need, and from being a reflection of your love and grace. I pray that you would give me eyes to see the needs of others and a heart willing to serve. Help me to be a vessel of your love and to find joy in serving others as you have served me. Father, I know that fulfillment is found when I live according to your will, when I am obedient to your call, and when I trust you with my future. I may not always understand the path you are leading me on, but I trust that you are guiding me to a place of greater purpose and fulfillment. Help me to walk in faith, to keep my eyes on you, and to trust that you are working everything together for my good. Thank you, Father, for the fulfillment you offer. Thank you for the peace that comes from living in your will, and for the joy that comes from serving others. I trust that you will continue to lead me on this journey, and that with each step, I will experience more of the purpose and fulfillment that comes from being aligned with you. Father, as I continue to walk with you, I feel your presence guiding me through each step of this journey. The path ahead may still feel uncertain at times, but today I am reminded that I do not need to walk alone. You are by my side, and your presence fills me with peace. I have been learning to trust you more with each passing day. But today, Father, I feel you inviting me to trust you in new and deeper ways. I realize that trusting you is not just about surrendering my worries or fears. It is about aligning my heart with yours in every moment, in every decision, and in every step. Lord, I have noticed that there are areas of my life where I still hesitate to fully surrender to you. I try to hold on to the things I think I can control, and I struggle to let go of the need for certainty. But today, I hear your voice gently reminding me that true peace comes not from knowing every detail of the journey, but from trusting that you are leading me. Even when the way is unclear, help me to release my need for control and to trust in your perfect plan for my life. Father, I recognize that in the past, I have allowed my desire for certainty to hinder my growth. I have sought security in things that can be shaken: plans, expectations, and timelines, forgetting that true security comes from being rooted in you. You are the one who holds my future, and I do not need to have everything figured out to trust that you are working everything for my good. I want to shift my focus from seeking control to seeking your will. Teach me to trust you even when I do not know what comes next, and help me to rest in the assurance that you are with me every step of the way. Lord, There are times when I look at the circumstances around me and feel overwhelmed. I look at the challenges ahead and wonder how I will manage. I think about the uncertainties of the future, and my mind races with questions. But I hear you calling me to slow down and focus on you, to trust that you are the one who makes a way when there seems to be no way. I do not need to have all the answers right now. I need to trust in the one who holds the answers. Father, I ask for the strength to release my anxiety and to place my trust fully in you. Help me to remember that you are already at work, even when I cannot see it. Lord, I also pray for the wisdom to discern your voice in the midst of life's distractions. It is so easy to become caught up in the noise of the world, the expectations of others, the pressures of work, the demands of daily life. But I know that you are calling me to listen to your still, small voice. Help me to carve out time to hear you clearly, to seek your guidance in everything I do. When the world is loud, help me to turn my attention to you. Teach me to be still, to listen, and to trust that you will guide me in the way I should go. Father, I am learning that trust is not just about believing you can do something, but about believing that you will. It is not just about knowing that you are able to provide or protect, but about trusting that you are actively working on my behalf. I know that you love me, that you care about every detail of my life, and that you are always working for my good. Even when I do not see it, I trust that you are at work in the background, orchestrating every detail for my benefit. Help me to trust in your goodness, to believe that you are always working on my behalf, and to rest in the peace that comes from knowing that you will provide what I need. Lord, I also ask for the grace to trust you when things do not go the way I expect. There are times when the path ahead seems uncertain, or when the outcome is not what I hoped for. In those moments, it is easy to question whether I am on the right track, whether I have made the right choices, or whether I am being led in the right direction. But I know that my trust in you should not be based on the outcome, but on your faithfulness. Even when things do not go as planned, I trust that you are still good, that you still have a plan for me, and that you will lead me through every challenge. Teach me to trust you in the midst of uncertainty, to believe that you are at work even when things seem to fall apart. Father, I also pray for the courage to move forward in faith. Trust requires action. It is not just about believing in your ability to lead me. It is about stepping out and following you. Even when the way is unclear, help me to take bold steps in faith, to move forward even when I can't see the whole picture. I know that you will guide me each step of the way, and that you will give me the wisdom and strength I need to follow your lead. Help me to be courageous in the face of uncertainty, trusting that you are always with me. Lord, I ask for the humility to trust in your timing. I know that you are never early, never late, but always right on time. I confess that there are times when I try to rush things, when I try to make things happen in my own time, rather than waiting on your perfect timing. But I am learning that your timing is always better than mine. Help me to be patient and to trust that you are working everything together in your perfect time. Help me to wait with expectation, knowing that you will bring about what is best for me at the right moment. Father, I want to live my life in such a way that my trust in you is evident in everything I do. I want to trust you with every decision, every relationship, every moment of my life. I know that the more I trust you, the more I will experience the peace that passes understanding. I choose today, Father, to trust in your guidance, your provision, and your perfect plan. I know that you will never fail me, and I can trust that you are leading me to a future full of hope and promise. Father, as I continue on this journey of trust, I feel your presence guiding me, filling the spaces of uncertainty with peace and assurance. There are moments when I still feel hesitant, moments when doubt creeps in, but I am learning more and more that trust is not the absence of fear, it is the willingness to move forward despite it. You have been teaching me that it is not about having everything figured out. It is about taking each step in faith, and knowing that you are with me. Today, I feel your invitation to dive deeper into that trust, to let go even more fully of my own expectations, and to embrace your will with a heart that is open and willing. Lord, I recognize that my journey of trust requires not only belief in your ability, but also belief in your goodness. There are times when I have wondered why things do not go the way I want, when I have questioned your timing or your plan. But today, I choose to remember that your goodness never changes, regardless of my circumstances, even when I can see the full picture. I know that you are working all things for my good. I choose today to trust in your goodness, to rest in the truth that you are good, and that your plans for me are filled with hope, not harm. Father, I have also come to realize that trust requires patience. It is easy to feel anxious when things are not moving at the pace I desire, when I can see the end of the road. But I know that your timing is perfect. I am learning that patience is not passive waiting. It is active trust in your perfect plan. It is trusting that you are already at work behind the scenes, even when I can see the immediate results. Help me, Father, to embrace this patience, knowing that your timing is far better than my own. Help me to rest in the assurance that you are leading me exactly where I need to go, at the right time. Lord, I also know that trust means stepping out in faith, even when I do not have all the answers. There are moments when I hesitate, unsure of what lies ahead, questioning whether I am making the right choice. But I hear you whispering that faith is not about certainty, but about trusting in you with what I have. It is about taking that first step, even when I do not know exactly where the path will lead. Father, I ask for the courage to take those steps in faith. Help me to move forward, even when the way is unclear, knowing that you will guide me as I go. Father, there are times when I have tried to find my way on my own, when I have relied on my own understanding, and when I have tried to make things happen according to my own timeline. But I know now that my understanding is limited, and my timing is not always aligned with yours. Help me to release my need for control and to trust that you have a better plan for me. Teach me to rest in your wisdom, knowing that you see the bigger picture and that you are guiding me every step of the way. Lord, I ask for the humility to trust you, even when I do not understand. It is easy to trust when everything makes sense, but true trust is built in the moments when the way is unclear, when the path is hidden, and when I can see what comes next. Help me to trust you in the unknown, to rely on your faithfulness even when I feel uncertain. I know that you will never leave me, that you are always by my side, and that you will lead me to where I need to be. Father, I also pray that you would strengthen my trust in you when I face challenges. It is easy to trust when life is smooth, but it is in the moments of difficulty that my trust is tested. Help me to remember that you are with me in the storms of life. You are my anchor, my refuge, and my strength. When the winds of fear blow, help me to hold tightly to your promises, knowing that you are always faithful, always present, and always working for my good. Lord, I want to live with a heart that trusts you fully, without reservation. I want to trust you with my dreams, my fears, my relationships, and my future. I know that trusting you is not a one-time decision, but a daily choice. Each day, I will have the opportunity to release my grip on my own understanding and to trust in your wisdom. I want to live with an open heart, ready to follow where you lead, ready to embrace your will for my life, and ready to trust you with all that I am. Father, I also recognize that trust involves letting go of my need for perfection. There are times when I feel like I need to be perfect, to have everything figured out, and to present myself in a way that others will approve of. But today, I understand that you do not ask for perfection. You ask for a willing heart, a heart that trusts you even in my weaknesses, and a heart that surrenders to your will. Help me to embrace the freedom that comes from trusting in your grace, knowing that you are perfect, even when I am not. Lord, I ask that you would continue to strengthen my faith and trust in you. Help me to remain steadfast in my belief that you are good, that you are faithful, and that you are always working for my good. I trust in your promises, knowing that you will never leave me or forsake me, and that you will provide everything I need to walk through each day with confidence and peace. Father, today, I choose to trust you with everything. I choose to trust in your love, in your plan, and in your timing. I choose to trust that you are guiding me, even when I cannot see the way. I choose to trust that you are working all things for my good, and I rest in the assurance that you are faithful. Help me to walk by faith, to move forward in trust, and to live with the peace that comes from knowing that you are in control. Father, as I reach this moment, I feel a profound sense of gratitude in my heart for all that you have taught me along this journey. The road has not been easy, yet with each step, you have been right there, guiding me, loving me, and showing me the way forward. I look back on the days that have passed, and I see how your hand has been faithful in both the calm and the storms. There have been moments when I felt so close to you, when I saw your presence in everything. And there have been moments when I struggled to hear your voice. Yet even in those quiet times, I was never alone. Lord, This journey has been a continual process of surrender, learning, and growth. With each chapter, I have sought to release my fears, to trust you more fully, and to embrace the peace that comes from knowing you are in control. Today, I stand here with a heart that feels more open, more at peace, and more in love with you than ever before. But I also know, Father, that this journey does not end here. It is just the beginning. The lessons you have taught me will continue to unfold, and I am ready to walk this path with you every day, for as long as you call me. I have learned that faith is not a destination, but a journey, a constant choice to trust, to surrender, and to seek you in everything. I have learned that peace is not something that can be grasped or controlled, but something that flows freely when I trust you completely. And I have learned that love is not just an emotion, but an action, a choice to reflect your heart to the world around me, to extend grace and kindness, even when it is hard. Father, I also know that this journey of faith is not always easy. There will be more challenges ahead, more moments when I do not have the answers, more times when I will need to trust you even more deeply. But I am no longer afraid of what lies ahead. I have learned that you are always with me, that you will guide me, and that you will equip me for whatever comes my way. I do not need to fear the future, because I know you hold it in your hands. I do not need to fear failure, because your love is bigger than any mistake I could make. And I do not need to fear the unknown, because I know you are always present, always faithful, and always good. Lord, I pray today that the lessons I have learned will not fade with time, but that they will continue to shape who I am and how I live. I want to carry your peace in my heart, your love in my actions, and your truth in my words. I want to be a reflection of your light in this world, to bring hope to those who need it, and to share your love with everyone I meet. Help me to be an instrument of your peace, to be a beacon of light in the darkness, and to be a source of comfort for those who are hurting. Father, as I move forward, I choose to live each day with intention, to seek you with my whole heart, and to trust that you will lead me to the right places, to the right people, and to the right opportunities. I know that I do not need to have it all figured out, because you are guiding my steps, one at a time. And even when the road gets rough or the path seems uncertain, I know that you are right beside me, walking with me, leading me, and carrying me when I need it most. Lord, as I come to the end of this prayer, I know that it is not really the end. It is just another beginning. The journey of faith, the journey of trust, the journey of love, they all continue, day by day, moment by moment. I know that you will continue to teach me, to mold me, and to shape me into the person you have called me to be. I trust that you are always at work in my life, and that you are always making me more like you. Father, I thank you for this journey. I thank you for the peace, the joy, and the hope that you have given me along the way. I thank you for your constant presence, for your never-ending love, and for your perfect faithfulness. I know that I am not finished yet, but I trust that with you, I will always be moving forward, And as I open my eyes to a new day, I can feel the warmth of the sun rising on the horizon, a new beginning, a new chapter in my journey. The day ahead holds so many possibilities, and I step into it with confidence, knowing that you are already there, preparing the way. Thank you, Father, for walking with me, for guiding me, and for loving me through it all. I will continue to walk with you, day by day, step by step, trusting that you will lead me to exactly where I need to be.